This is a 2020 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500 with four-wheel drive, and today we're going to review it. Today, we're working with our friends at Sears Imported Autos, selling beautiful Mercedes-Benz in Minnetonka, Minnesota. Hey folks, I'm Rob.
And I'm Nathan.
And we are
Two Guys in a Ride.
Say, Nate, what are we taking a look at today?
Today we're taking a look at the 2020 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. It's a 2500 series and it's four-wheel drive.
Wow, I'll tell you, it's huge. But hey, say before we do, if you want to keep up to date with all the new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and you want to know about all the technology that's built into them, plus you like cool collector car stories,
take a moment, hit that subscribe button down below, and ring that bell notification so you never miss a video.
That's right. So, what do you say, Nate?
Oh, let's go for a ride.
Oh, let's go deliver something.
Let's go deliver something. There you go.
Stay tuned.
All right, so today we are out in a 2020 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. This is a 2500 series, and it is four-wheel drive.
And it's the high roof.
And the high roof, yeah.
What do you want to do?
Cancel.
And yes, this does have hay, so we're going to call him Fred.
Actually, it drives like a van. Like an SUV.
Okay.
It's you obviously you have the length,
right,
which is different. But the steering is easy. You can easily, the mirrors give you the full view of everything.
Right.
What I like is that it's a Mercedes, so the interior looks like any other modern Mercedes. You got this, MBUX system. You got the same steering wheel controls.
Yeah.
All right, so I think the ride is quite comfortable. Actually, I don't feel all those little strips going underneath. You maybe hear something, but you don't really feel. So I'm surprised. I didn't think it would be this comfortable. Easy to get in and out. Well, it is way up there, and the grab handles are not exactly where I expected them to be. They're actually on the door. So when you open the door, you have to grab onto part of the door, kind of where the inside of the mirror would be. And that's where your grab handle is. That being said, that's fine. You can start there, and then there is actually a grab handle up higher at the top of the door,
right,
but you can't reach it from the ground.
No.
So you kind of have to either just use the one, or then start with one and then go to two.
I imagine that would be the one you'd use to start to get out, and then transition back down to the one at the A-pillar.
Yeah, and I think that would just be a question of getting used to, having that setup. The interior, well, everything is well laid out. It is definitely more truck-like in this than we see in, say, a sedan or a coupe or something like that. But it is the MBUX system. It's just not the large screen, and of course the dashboard part. And I'll show you that is not the digital, the big digital screen that we see. But you do get the information down in there. There's lots of storage cubbies in here.
Yeah.
So there's this one comes with some optional storage, and I'll show you all that in there. Easy to park. Well, I wouldn't classify this as a family-friendly vehicle that's easy to park. It does, however, have a rear backup camera, and all right. So in a second here, I'm going to pull over and let Rob drive.
Yeah, I'll tell you right away, I don't feel like I'm driving such a huge vehicle, but it is huge, and you'll see it in a few minutes. 170-inch wheelbase. I don't think I've ever driven anything with a wheelbase the size of an acre of land. But quietness and the sound inside here. I love to hear the clatter of that diesel engine. But overall, we can have a regular conversation now. And it is, you got this big bulkhead here, so things do kind of ricochet off there as far as sound goes. But it's a ginormous, humongous box on wheels that you'd think you'd hear a lot more noise, but you probably do in the back, but you're not in the back. You're sitting up here in these nice seats, and you got the MBUX system, you got air conditioning, and fun things to play with, so that's really cool. safety systems, we'll talk a little bit more about those in depth, but you have ABS, you have the front camera system, your rear camera system, and you also do, one of my favorite things is you've got crosswind assist, because this is a pretty tall vehicle. So with the wind blowing, it could really blow you around if you weren't careful, but it's got an assist safety feature to help alleviate throwing you all across and all around on the road. Acceleration, very good. It's got that diesel, and I think it's like 188 horsepower, but it's a V6 diesel, Mercedes-Benz engine, and 325 foot-pound of torque. I'll cover that in a few minutes. And I said that word again.
And you should call it Fred's engine.
Fit and finish, above and beyond. It's best in class. It's Mercedes-Benz. You can tell it. It's very well done. There's a lot of soft plastics in here where you're putting, there's a lot of hard plastics too, but overall, very, very well done.
Please repeat.
Cancel.
Very well done.
Anyway, coming up next, my exterior review, followed shortly by Nathan's interior review, and you're going to want to see this. This is so cool. All right.
Stay tuned.
Yes, that too. This is the 2020 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500, and this one has the 170-inch wheelbase. It's presented here in Tenorite Grey Metallic, and it has a black leatherette interior. Now, it's powered by a 3-liter V6 double overhead cam turbo diesel that produces 188 horsepower and 325 pound-foot of torque, and is driven by G-TRONIC 7-speed automatic transmission, and as we said before, it does have four-wheel drive. Now, there are so many variations and configurations to this basic van that it would take me hours to even list them all. So, for this review, we'll focus solely on this 2020 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 2500 cargo van with the 170-inch wheelbase. And this particular vehicle has an MSRP of $63,093. Now, out front, you do have the fully automatic aero composite by Xeon headlights. You do see it has the black grille trim with a chrome Mercedes-Benz star, and you also do have the matte gray front bumper cover, and up top it does have rain sensing wipers. Let's take a look around the side. Okay, along the side here, it is all galvanized steel body panels, and this does have four-wheel disc brakes, and of course it has ABS. Now, the wheels and tires are 6.5 by 16 silver wheels wrapped in LT 245/75 R16 Michelin all-season tires. Up front, way up front, there is an independent strut with transverse leaf, and it has a heavy-duty shock absorbers and stabilizer bar. And out back, it is a rigid axle with leaf spring rear suspension with heavy-duty gas shock absorbers and, of course, stabilizer bar there as well. Now, there is 4x4 high range with a low range transfer case, and it does have a 3.92 rear axle ratio. Along the side, you see it does have the matte black heated and electrically adjustable folding outside rear view mirrors, and it does have the matte gray window and beltline trim, as well as the black door handles, and it also has the matte black lower body side trim, and it does have the front and rear matte black mud flaps. I'll show you real quick. The door, very easy to open, shows you a lot of width, a lot of cargo space there. So, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's take a look around the back. Okay, out back it does have the LED high mount third brake light. You do have the backup camera, which is way up there as well, and it does have the black door handles and, of course, the Mercedes-Benz Chrome Star logo here. Now, these doors do open to a full 170 degrees, and it does have the matte black bumper, and you have the trailer hitch with the half step back here, as well as you do have a stainless steel exhaust. Okay, let's take a look at why people buy these vans. Again, these doors do open up a nice 270 degrees. All right, Maximum cargo volume in this van, 532.6 cubic feet. Standing height, 79.1 inches. Cargo floor length from here to the front, 189.4 inches. Cargo floor max width, 70.4 inches. Cargo width of the wheelhouses, 53.1. Load height, 27.2. Ground to first step is 20.4 inches. Side door opening height, 71.6 inches. Side door width, 51 inches. Rear door height, 72.7 inches. And rear door width, 61.2 inches. Now, some of the safety systems on this vehicle. You do have active brake assist. Like I said, it does have the rear view camera way up there. It does have active lane keeping assist. It's really good with a van this big. It does have the attention assist, hill start assist, and as I said on our drive, it has that cross wind assist and so much more. Some of the packages available on this truck are a driver convenience package, a premium package, a premium plus package, an exterior lighting package, a cargo protection package, a cargo convenience package, lots of things you can add. Like I said, loads of configurations. Comfort package, Comfort Plus package, G-TRONIC Edition premium package, swivel seat package, bench seat package, and suspension seat package, plus several more. Loads of variations, loads of configurations. Let's talk about its overall dimensions. Dimensions: front track 68 inches, rear track 68.2 inches, overall width 92.3, overall length 290 inches, height 107 inches, and it rides on a wheelbase of 170 inches with a ground clearance of 8 inches. Now, its base curb weight is 5,540 pounds. Its gross vehicle weight rating is 9,050 pounds, and it has a maximum payload rating of 3,694 pounds. It has a turning circle of 47.2 feet, a fuel capacity of 24.5 gallons of diesel, and maximum towing capacity of 5,000 pounds. Now let's talk about safety. Well, IIHS and National Highway Traffic Safety Administration don't typically evaluate commercial vehicles like the full-size vans. However, the Sprinter gets access to some of the best safety features available, many of which are not found in rival cargo vans. Well, let's talk about performance. 0 to 60, 14 seconds. It sounds slow. It's a great little turbo diesel, but you're hauling a lot of weight here. Well, appearance. Well, you know, it's a high roof, large capacity cargo box on wheels, a true jack of all trades, and I think one of the very best engineered full-size vans available on the market. So, it comes down to this. What's the dependability? Basic warranty, 3 years, 36,000 miles. Drivetrain, 5 years, 100,000 miles. And you also do have roadside assistance for 3 years, 36,000 miles. Economy. I don't know. It's not posted for large commercial vehicles. So, but you know, it's meant for stop and go or job site work. It's really just the cost of doing business. It's already built in there. So, let's take a look on the inside. But before we do, take a moment to give us a like and please leave us a comment below. And don't forget, please click on that subscribe button. So, what do you say, Nate? Take it away.
All right, stepping inside the Transit, you've got a massive door here. These are all hard plastics. You do have a very large storage tray down here along with a bottle holder. Then you have a secondary storage tray that's down here. Might be a little hard to reach something down there while you're driving, but certainly you can store stuff there that you don't need immediately. You have one of your speakers in here, and then up here, of course, you have your unlock and lock buttons. You have your heated seat button, which is 3-stage. And then up on top here, you do have your auto up and down, both driver and passenger windows. You have your left and right mirror controls, and then your power folding mirror. Over here on the seat, you have all manual controls except for the lumbar, four-way lumbar. So you can tilt the front cushion here by rotating this knob. You can raise and lower the seat here by just jacking that up or pushing it down. And then you can recline the seat by rotating this knob. Now, that being said, there isn't a lot of adjustment that you need to make, so this isn't something you'd use real often. Pretty much set it the way you like it and then leave it there. Okay, down here you do have another compartment here, which when open is your fuse panel, which is just super handy. Okay, moving on up. Okay, of course, you've got your pedals here. You've got a little bit of a footrest right here. And then coming on up, you have auto lights right here. And then, of course, you have your fog lights right here. And then your dashboard brightness and dimness controls right here. These two on this vehicle are dummy buttons. Okay, and coming on, of course, up here. Then, of course, you have your windshield wiper controls right here in this left stock. All right, let's climb in. All right, you do also have a grab handle. It's located right here by the mirror. Then you have a second one that's way up here. So once you start climbing in, then you can grab onto that one. Or as you're getting out, you can use that one first. All right, it is a push start. Okay, as far as the dashboard goes, you've got an analog speedometer on the left. You've got an analog tach on the right. And then in the middle, in this lower screen here, you've got part of your MBUX system. It just looks a little different. The graphics are, of course, not colored. They're just a sort of a bluish white. Okay, so moving back to the steering wheel, one of the things I like about the MBUX system, and the steering wheel arrangement is part of that, is the way they have the buttons configured. They're exactly the same on the left as they are on the right. They just have different functions, and I like that. So on the top here, these three control your driver's information screen that's in the middle. This one down here, these control your cruise controls. So you have on, off, set. You also have increase and decrease, and then down is cancel, up is resume. Okay, as far as controls up here, this is your home button, this is your trackpad, and then of course this is your back button. Over on the right, you've got the same setup. So over here, you got a home, track button, and back button, and these control your infotainment screen. And then down here, you have phone on, phone off, and then you have volume plus a push to mute, and then you have voice command and favorites down here. Now, you do have paddle shifters on this. Of course, down is on this side and up is on this side. The gear selector is exactly where you would expect it to be. It's over here on this side of the steering wheel. So down is drive, and then of course you can come back up for neutral, and then up again for reverse, and then this button here is the park button. It's also a tilt and telescoping wheel, and the lever is physical, and it's right down here. Moving on up to the infotainment screen, this is an MBUX system. Now, it has most everything that the cars have, but of course it doesn't have a few of the features, like you can't scroll down and you can't select the different themes for your screens, your dashboard and your infotainment screen. But of course it does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, XM radio, HD radio, AM and FM radio. Okay? And of course it does have the backup camera. So if I put it in reverse, you get the nice backup camera with a dynamic swivel guidelines. And you, of course, have three different views. Hitch view, sort of a narrow view, and then, of course, a wide view. All right, moving down below that, you do have a button to quickly access your camera without, before you even put it in reverse. You can access that camera. And then, of course, you have the telephone button to go straight to there. You got radio and media there, and navigation and map shortcut here. Your volume button is right here. And then, of course, this is your home/back button. This is your vehicle button right here. This one will power down either the whole system or just the screen. And then this one brings up media no matter what screen you're in. And so when you push that one, you get this little bar that shows up. I'll do that again. And so you get your media right there. Coming down here, you have your climate control. This is just a single zone. It's not auto. But you have your temperature setting here. You've got your fan speed over here. And then, of course, you have your AC button on or off. And then your mode button, your hazards, your rear defroster. And then this button turns on the air conditioning and the fans in the rear of the van. Hey, down below that, you've got 4 cup holders, just different sizes. And then on the top of the dashboard, You've got some more storage up here along with dual cup holders. This one has sort of a hidden compartment if I open that up. And then in here, of course, you have two USB plugins. The one on the right goes to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then you could have a few additional things added where these plugs are. Down on the passenger side, you, of course, have the same type of cup holder and a little bit of storage area. And there is sort of a storage area right there. Okay, on the passenger side, you do have a nice little cubby hole right there, nice and deep. And of course, the door is the same. You know, you've got the heated button on the door for your seats, and then a speaker, and of course, the same type of storage. Now, the driver's seat, as part of an additional package, has a 12-volt outlet right down there, right below the emergency brake handle. But up above here, you have all your light controls. So you have your reading map lights right here. And then you can turn all the dome lights on right here. Okay. And then you can turn the dome lights on or off according to whether the doors are open or not right here. Okay. The visors are not telescoping. They are extremely large. There is a little band here where you can stick some material behind. But up above that, you do have some storage area, and this is where that grab handle was attached to. And on the passenger side, it's the same thing. So you have that little storage area, extra storage area that's up above that, which is really, really nice. Overall, just a really comfortable cab. These are upgraded seats, of course, but you know, you have your 4-way power lumbar on each seat. And then the rest of the controls are physical, but you can get them to almost any position. And then they do have this extender right here. There's a little lever. I can't quite reach it, but there's a lever underneath there, and then you can pull this out a little bit. Okay, so you can really adjust these seats comfortably. All right, overall, very nice interior, very comfortable. I love that MBUX system, and especially that it comes with the navigation. Thanks for watching.